Hi, my name is Casey Green. I'm from Menominee, Wisconsin, and this is a message for Nick Tilson, who was a leader from the Indigenous Peoples Power Network. He was on a panel that did a press conference the other day in response for at Standing Rock in response for the Army Corps of Engineers issuing a declaration for removal of all protesters from the camp. And Nick, on your in your press conference, you had mentioned that you have 4 kids, and I just wanted to tell you, give you my support from Wisconsin, and thank you so much for everybody out there, but you especially for what you're doing and for being away from your family right now. I have no idea of the oppression as a white woman that our Indigenous people have suffered and endured all these years, but I only have my own experience. And here in Wisconsin, a couple years ago, we stood up to the governor here, Scott Walker, when he was really abusing his power and still is. And he busted up the unions and was, we just banded together and we went out and we did a recall campaign. And anyway, there was nothing fun about that at all. It was empowering to some level to take anger and transfer that anger into peaceful protests. But I was leaving my family in order to stand on sidewalks and hold signs and gather signatures. I was spit at, yelled at, and at the end of the day, I was doing it as a mother because I wanted to affect change and support social justice issues for workers' rights and other things in Wisconsin. I was doing it as a mother, but yet I was leaving my family to do it and going out during the day and doing this. And it actually was really hard on my marriage. It was hard because I didn't get to see my kids very often, but at the same time, I was doing it for my family and my kids. The thing is that it was so stressful for me, but I'm sitting here by a fire today, and every night I got to go home to a warm house. And so I would just like to appeal to everybody to know that out at Standing Rock, it just started snowing. They are being denied people coming in to give them provisions, and that's a human rights violation. During that whole time with the recall, we kept thinking, where is President Obama? Why isn't he saying anything? And Joe Biden, in a speech, alluded to workers' rights. And it was such a boost to us here in Wisconsin. It allowed us to know that we are not alone, that Joe Biden and the President of the United States were seeing our struggle and that they supported it. I would like to thank Nick Tilson and everybody else that's fighting for water right now. But I also would like to appeal to President Obama to be not so discreet in your support for our Indigenous people. Please do something as soon as you can. Do something right away. Be vocal about it. I'm not of big political mind. I don't know what you can do, but I care, and I'm asking you to do something about it. It is unfair that I sit here by a nice warm fire when there are people that cannot go home, despite the fact that everybody says they can go home. Those people out there have the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they feel like they are protecting our water, and they are. They don't have a choice to go home. And I'm begging President Obama to do something to intervene and support these people. And I'm pleading with everybody else out here that is watching this take place to be on the right side of history and support them. Give money so that they can have firewood. There are people that have left their families. And also I'd like to say, who's ever taking care of your children while you're in your absence, I support them, and I've been thinking about them quite often lately. Thank you so much for all you're doing out there. And if there's any way that you can support the Sacred Stone Camp or the Standing Rock Sioux water defenders, please do it now. With the snow and everything, it's not something that you should wait till tomorrow to do. If you can do it now, do it. Once again, I stand in solidarity with you from Wisconsin. Thank you so much for protecting my water, my children's water. Thank you for showing us grace peaceful resistance. Thank you for showing us what type of leadership is possible when you have respect for your ancestors and respect for all life in our environment. Thank you so much from Menominee, Wisconsin.